I'm doing this video because I need a proper documentation of my transition here. Every place I've lived at, my company has got a chance to evolve and change. I've actually recorded a video in that place before I left. Um, so first things first, if you don't know me, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC, Crystal Edge Technology Screen Center, FLEVT company. So each place I left from, we left with a new, different form of technology, something different to begin a new path. And here in the garage, I am leaving from this place with the Quasar technology and the gaming projection screens. We have the theater on the go. Just a whole lot of cool stuff we're able to develop while we're here. So yeah, going to another level. And this is going to be an interesting level because before I've never taken my company to this platform ever. Everything has been online only. And now we're just going to have both. We're going to have online and we're going to have offline. And we've already been blessed to have an amazing office place to work at because it's needed. It's required. It's definitely required. You need a place to bring your clients back to. You need a place for meeting for contracts and negotiations, for power lunches. You need that. And everything changes with that. And your dress code. My dress code's definitely got to change because, again, you know, like I said, I'm used to be behind a computer all day long and don't really do a lot of networking, except for unless I'm online. I do a lot of networking online, but not connecting with people at the end of the day. So, you know, went in and picked out some nice stuff to wear to change for the office. I bought new office equipment, new desk, everything. It's not needed. Everything was furnished, but I put my own stuff in there because I got a thing for that whole cyberpunk thing. And my office is going to be hot. It's going to look just like the whole cyberpunk design in it. And it's going to be like it's interesting how I got it set up. It's elegant in the morning. It's cyberpunk at night. It's cool how I got it set up. But anyway, I got a chance to meet the owners. I mean, the owners connected really well. I mean, they're Christians. I'm a Christian at the end of the day. They're cat people. I'm a cat person. It's like God set all this up for everything to come together the way it was supposed to. And they're interested in the technology. I mean, they sat there for hours and had conversations. We talked about the technology for hours. I mean, they didn't look at any of my paperwork because I had paperwork I brought down, my LLCs, my NDA, the application. They didn't do any of that. They just was interested in that technology. I told you the technology you were blessed to have is going to move a lot of mountains. It's going to push obstacles out of the way. If God has a plan for you, it is going to happen. And God's people have favoritism. Usually when go into an office, you're moving into an office, they require, if you're going to bring a pet with you, they require documentation for the pet. They didn't even ask for documentation for Taco. They just loved everything. You know, I try to be professional. When you have to speak professionally, you have to know what you're talking about. Because these people know what they're talking about. They know product at the end of the day. They're business people. They know these things. So they can tell the difference between crap and the real thing. So having the YouTube videos, having the Facebook accounts, having the website, you know, and then knowing what I'm talking about because I have experience in the field. I've been doing it for years. I know what I'm talking about. I can explain them things to them that they need to know about. So that's why it's important to know your product at the end of the day. Do not cut corners. Do not spend your time hating on other people at the end of the day because you won't go anywhere. You'll be in the same spot. Just won't go anywhere at all, period. So, yep, I spent a year here, and it was a fantastic year. I loved it. I loved the garage more than I loved the houses that I had. I loved the garage. I did. I liked it. It was a peace of mind. I wasn't around a lot of people, and I got a chance to do a lot of work. And then the people that were around me, they were the nicest people I ever met in my entire life. I'd go out the door, they'd say, hey, how you doing? You okay? You good? You need anything? And these are good people down here at the end of the day. So we are blessed to leave out of here with a ton of technology and for future technology for our company. And the next stage is now is networking. This is going to be great because then doing the theater on the go, this is someplace I have to be at where I have to have everything close to me. This is fantastic for that. I'm not going to be doing so much daily walk and talk downtown because of the stalking incident with the fellow YouTuber. Goes by the name of Solid Wake 5 McAfee, Daniel McAfee. Yeah, I'm announcing your name because you did it. You followed me around, I don't know, through Google, and that's some weird stuff. And tracking down places I was at and sending them weird postcards and using somebody else's company's name, which again, AKA, is identity theft. So, yeah, we filed criminal charges against him. He has criminal charges already filed against him and with the FBI. And I guess the store owner will be contacted and also to be involved in the investigation of this nonsense. So, you know. But anyway, it's just fantastic that all this is coming together. I have recordings, like I said, of every place I left. And any place I left, we were blessed to have new technology. You know, the whole Black Series site was built in 2 weeks when I was living over in Hamilton Town. I built it. I have actually documentation showing me putting the site together, and I can go back and look at that and say, wow, 2 weeks before I was leaving that building, we built an entire company under Black Series Edition. That's where that came from. So now here where we're at, we built the Quasar and all the other technology we have behind it. The Element 77, all that technology is going to now make it to the mainstream out there. Now, I'm not getting rid of my websites. They're not going anywhere. Prices are not going to increase because we're making a lot of money. None of that's going to happen. We keep the prices the same, keep everything reasonable so everybody can afford it, keep developing better technology. The only thing difference between the websites, those two websites later on, probably around the end of the year, are going to change over to information pages and the new marketplace for our technology with GoDaddy. We're going to go over there, and I got a buddy, he's going to design the website for us, and we're going to turn those two pages, this one and the other one, into information pages, so that way, you know, people, they can get a lot of traffic. We can just redirect all that information right over to the main page, which is the page with GoDaddy. And then he's going to also design the VIP server and all that stuff. I'm building the servers, by the way, because that's what I do. I build computers, so might as well. Isn't it fantastic how God gives you everything you need to get the job done? Like, he blessed me to be the computers, and while we're sitting there, they're asking me questions like, are you a chemist? I get that all the time. Like, you develop all this stuff, you have no degree in chemistry, nothing at all whatsoever. Everything we got was given to us by God. Everything we have was given by God. And that's why I tell Christians at the end of the day that when people use the devil to try to destroy and take what you have at the end of the day, it's just not going to happen. They curse themselves. That's what happens. You curse yourself when you do that. When you try to go against God's people and you try to take their blessings away from them, when you allow the devil to use you to try to take those blessings, you put cursings upon you, you're in your household. And it says it right there in the Bible, look it up. That's what happens. You curse yourself. You can't take anything from me at all, period. I'm going to continue to excel in this business, and I'm going to continue to make it to whatever level I need at the end of the day, because God has control of it all. You know, it's sad that at the end of the day, there are people that get upset about what I'm saying. But, like I told you from the door, and I sent texts back when I had little conversations with these people back and forth, you can't take anything from me. And they sat there and laughed because I was in a garage. Oh, he's in a garage. Oh, he's poor. Oh, he doesn't have this. He doesn't have that. You think my Lord forsake me? So let me get this straight. I was looking at a 40 to 80 year prison sentence. My Lord allowed me to do less than 10 years. Walk out. I don't have any of the records that are tied to me, because I don't know what the heck they did in there. They did something. The guy said something about blacking up my records so I can get a second chance. He was not joking on that either. Them records don't come up anywhere. But I got a second chance. I got saved, became a Christian, became a man of God, which was the best thing that ever happened to me, and changed my entire life. Became a better person. And the Lord blessed me to have whatever I needed for whatever I had, what I needed at that time. He blessed me to have it. So, eventually along the line, I wanted my own business, and he blessed me to have my business. blessed me to how to build computers. Never went to school for it. He blessed me to be able to do all this. At the end of the day, I don't have a degree in chemistry. Like at that particular point, I didn't even know much about business. I learned all that from God. How to market, how to build, everything. All from him. All that knowledge came from him at the end of the day. So, yeah, you know, it's interesting watching people now trying to destroy the foundation of something that was there long before they were ever heard of. You can't take anything from me. Mockery and all that stuff, it doesn't bother me because I know my place at the end of the day. Now, like I said, then I still have to go through the procedures of court and lawsuits. Yes, that's required. It has to be done. But other than that, you can't take anything from it. Not going to happen. And interesting how they sat there and mocked my business, and now look where I'm going. Next stage, and I can go to the next stage because all our technology is beyond tested. Everything we design, everything we engineer, everything we make is designed to take out everything. When that guy sat there and said, "What's your competition?" I just sat there and went, we don't have any. What screen? Honestly, right now I got match or better demonstrations on YouTube. I bet you all of them stay blank. I bet you none of them get done. And we have demonstrations out there called the 1100 Lumen Challenge. It's been sitting there for 5 years. No one's ever did it. So, I have tested every certified screen I can get my hands on. I have screen paints that I have tested, and I have even gone out and tested we call them the nayers at the end of the day, the naysayers, and we have your cancellations. Can't undo that one. Not in a million years. That first impression is the last impression, just to let you know. So, yeah, we beat everything. There's no competition for us. And in the fact that we can develop technology in 20 minutes, which means the Quasar, I can develop technology more advanced than the Quasar right now if I want to. But I'm done. I am done. I have done so many screen paints. Compare my skill level of what I know compared to the others. You don't know as much as I do. Look at my screen paint record compared to yours. How many I've developed and tested. All my stuff is tested. I'm at 400 something on one page, 80 something on another page or something. That's going to grow in the next couple of months. So at the end of the day, like I said, for them at the end of the day, you never were part of the picture. And that's the thing about it. They made themselves part of the picture. You just weren't part of the picture. It was the certifieds that were part of the picture. The big companies. These are the ones we get recognition for. I don't get recognition for some Crow's Paint or some Partes PSP. People don't get no recognition for that. Black Diamond, on the other hand, Screen Innovation, Elite Screens, DMP Supernova, Stuart Film Screens, all day we get recognition for those guys because they're big companies at the end of the day. They're well-known companies. So if you're able to turn the heads of one of those companies, you're in a pretty good area. You're showing you're doing something at the end of the day. I find it interesting out of the screen paint community that basically that they don't go after Goo Screen, they don't go after Vox, they don't go after Mighty Brighty or Paint On Screens. None of them, they go after us. So that means that we must be the best. Because I don't see you going after, you don't even go after the certifieds. I don't see any demonstrations with Screen Innovation or anything on your channels because you don't do them because we already know from the door those screens can do. They can do their job. They do their job at the end of the day. It's an honor to be able to go against Diamond at the end of the day and show the difference between our technology and theirs. One day, I plan to get a carbon black. I can't get samples. I found out to buy one. So it's going to cost me $7,000 to buy one of those screens. But I still want to find out. I'm going to see what their black technology capabilities are. Now, oh yeah, we got AdTech too on top of that. We can't forget AdTech. AdTech is going to be a whole different era of technology for 2025 and 2026. AdTech has its own identity by itself. So yeah, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. Can't wait. We're starting soon. So yeah, I'm on Amazon ordering all my stuff. Now, for the individuals, I'd like to send this mail. You'll be receiving some mail from us shortly. Just to let you know. Well, I told you before, we know your whereabouts. So you will be receiving some mail shortly. Just letting you know. about what's going to happen to you and how we're going to address the issue of your problem with our company. So we're going to get that taken care of. But other than that, my mail does not go to any address. I opened up a business account to have all my mail sent to. It's screened. Everything's screened that goes through. You have to have it either way. Because anybody in business has to deal with weirdos. You're always going to deal with weirdos. You're always going to have some nut job at the end of the day saying something weird. So I have a screening system where all my mail goes to. And if anything comes up where it's not where it's supposed to be, yeah, it's an easier way to prosecute in no time at all. You have to understand, gentlemen, when you're dealing with an individual, it's different when you file charges. When you're dealing with a company, yeah, it's a whole different section of charges that come up. Whole different, because now you're attacking a business at the end of the day. This holds a lot more weight. Terroristic threats toward an individual, terroristic threats toward a company. This can get you in a lot of serious trouble. This is what gets you the 30-year prison sentence. The fraud, all that, yeah, you commit against a company, you commit against a person. Let me explain it to you in a way they can understand. And I try to do it because they don't think too well. If you see somebody wearing a McDonald's outfit and they're coming out of their house and you assault them, that's between you and them. But if they're on the property of McDonald's and you assault them, now you're dealing with the corporation itself. That person, yes, is going to file charges against you. Yes, that person there is also too going to sue you, but the company itself is also going to sue you, and they're going to basically file criminal charges for assaulting one of their employees. See what I mean? So it has more weight if you touch a company, and that's what you guys did. You touched the company. But well, I don't want to talk about that in this video. We're going to let action speak. So like I said, you'll be getting some letters very shortly to let you know that we do know where your whereabouts are, we know who you are, and that you're going to appear, that you have to appear in court. Now, but I got myself a special mailbox for all my mail, and this is also too for we do ship backs for people can send stuff back to us and stuff like that. So that's a fantastic setup for that altogether. Our business mail things we get sent back, return address, professional return address, all that stuff. Because everything now you have to have, everything has to be done differently. Like the containers that we shipped out, all those are going to be redone. The labels, all that stuff, everything's going to be redone. All new copyrights for the new company, trademarks for the new company, trademark secret, patent pendings, all that stuff is all going to be done within, let's see, it's going to take us about roughly a couple months to get that done. We still are going to be selling the Quasar, yes, but the other technology, all that stuff has to be, just so much stuff has to be done. Because I told you before, we're starting a whole new company. I want one name to unify the entire company. I don't want Crystal Edge on one side. I don't want Black Series here. I don't want FLE. I need to have one company only. You got Sears, you got Radio Shack, you got JCPenney's. All this is one entity. That's what you have to have. Plus you're going to need it around tax time. But anyway, that's what we're doing. So, all that's going to be done. I got somebody I'm bringing a financial advisor, so I have less on my plate. He'll be taking care of all that. I do have family that does work for, actually, people that work for the IRS, so they're going to be taking care of the rest of all that stuff that needs to be done. My licenses are already done. That's why I was going back and forth down to City Hall to get my licenses and everything taken care of. Because it's interesting because I didn't know what the Lord had planned for me. He just told me to get my license. You need to go get your license, so I went and got the license, got the paperwork, got everything done. You need to go get this license, well, I got that done. And I went and applied when I got my LLC when I was in my sister's laundry room, because, they ridiculed me for that one. Oh, he must be doing pretty bad. He's in his sister's laundry room. Yeah, I got all my documents done. And guess what? Gentlemen, if you want to get professional office space, you need these documents. They're very important. You have to have them. You can't have fraudulent LLCs. That does not work. So you need all that stuff. Everything. There's so many documents, it's not even funny. And you better know what you're doing when you're doing them at the end of the day, because if you can mess up on any one of these documents, you actually commit perjury. So you should know what you're talking about. That's what I tell people. Crack books and know what you're doing. at the end of the day. I have attorneys at the end of the day. I learn stuff at the end of the day. I study a little bit here and there, so I know exactly what they're speaking, because sometimes people can speak a different language when they know something more than you do. So it's best to educate yourself on everything. Don't be too dependent on people that you have working for you. Learn what they're saying, learn what they're doing, so you can become self-sufficient in all fields. That's why I know this stuff. I had to write my own contracts. I learned. My ex-girlfriend was going to school to become an attorney, a lawyer. So I learned, and basically how to write documents, how to get them, go to a notary, and all that stuff. I learned all that stuff. I learned from information from everybody that I basically connect to. I learned information, and hopefully they're learning something from me too. I think I want a bottle of water. I do want a bottle of water. So yep, I got some packing to finish up. Grab me some water, and yep, that's pretty much it. You know, 1 year. I spent 1 year. I signed a contract when I came here. Got a contract when I came here. 1 year. Because the person who had this building right here was renting this garage out. He got ripped off by somebody. See, I don't understand why people do that. So he ripped them off, and I was like, that's jacked up at the end of the day. Well, just to ensure you that I'm not that type of person, I'll draw up a contract. And that's what I did. I wrote a contract for 1 year. I pay him a certain amount of money every single month, and I kept to it, paid him up, and now it's time for me to go. But not only did I basically, when I was here, upgraded this place, because this place was not insulated, and now I insulated the place so it's nice and cool and warm if he needs to, whoever was going to be in here working next. And I actually had not wireless internet. We had I forgot what the name. They got a cable company. It's something. It's for internet, but it's actually wired in here, so the place literally has internet if he wants it. I'm definitely taking my modem with me. I got to return that back to T-Mobile because I don't need it anymore because I got free internet service. So that's one bill I don't have to pay. So that's going right there. And all utilities are included at the unit. All we don't pay any utilities. I don't pay. It's got central air, central heat, so I don't pay for any utilities at all. I got free internet. And I got access to pretty much everything I need for my business. And the beautiful thing about it is they want to help my business grow because they like what I'm working on, they like what I'm doing, and they want to be a part of it. It's like bumping into the person who developed Coca-Cola. You know, if I bumped into the person who developed Coca-Cola, I want to be on with this because I want to see where this is going because I know this is probably going to something really big. See, all you out there, all the people that were out there hating on us, you should have been supporting my company. Because now, like I said, the position that I'm going to be in with this technology now, I have the ability to be able to take my arm, reach down and grab anybody I want and take them up to that next level where I'm sitting at. Or I can sit there and say, we don't deal with that company at the end of the day because this is what we want to do with them. They did this, this, and that to us, and this, and that. And you could literally get blackballed. Yep. But I don't have to worry about saying about these guys at the end of the day because you got to go to court for the stuff that you did. So you're going to be too busy. You're going to be too busy fighting these charges and dealing with these lawsuits. That's what you're going to have to worry about. Me? Well, I'm done. My time here is done. I had 1 year to finish. That's it. 1 year to get it all done. So in the 1 year time that I've been here, I've developed a slew of all new technology. And we got our 800 number intact. Oh, the metal business cards are sick. I love these things. Are freaking amazing. Those metal cards. Got the metal cards. Already ordered them. They're coming through. And they're going to be going through. Got myself a virtual mailbox. Professional for everything we need. And it does have physical tendencies to it. That's why, like, when I'm doing these videos and I'm outing these people at the end of the day, and they literally think at the end of the day that I'm wasting my time. Other people say, oh, you're just wasting your time at the end of the day dealing with them. No, it's just supposed to defend your company. Somebody attacks your company, you defend your business. If you know it's not a lie and yourself is the truth, you back it up 100%. That's what you do. But I can back my company up and develop new technology at the exact same time. Whereas some people seem to can't do that. They're so bent on hatred that they can't seem to come out of that spiral. So this is our technology we're getting ready for the new year. Let me see. We have, let's see. This is in quantum. Yeah, we have the gamer glass screens coming out pretty soon. Sugar Plum Fairy, a screen that we designed for the lady gamers out there. This thing's going to be a hit. It's a glass projection screen. It has basically tempered proof, heat resistant. I think it's going to be gorgeous. And I got a custom engraver to come in to engrave the line all around the screen in this kind of fairy kind of design. Each one's going to have their own signature design. These things come in customized cases. These cases are sick. And they're beautiful. Put a bunch of interesting things in there for our lady gamers. There we go. There's our Sugar Plum Fairy. So we're going to be making these in glass. We're going to have them at 20, 40, and 50, which is a comfortable size for gaming. And their front and rear technology. Coming in 2025. Now it'd be clients that can come in and see this technology. Now, everything happens for a reason. We didn't launch this because it wasn't the right time for it. At the time we had this, it was ambient light projection. Now we have FLE technology. So this is going to be a beautiful glass screen with edge laser engraving around the back of the frame of it, which is actually transparent. And it has a beautiful case. Each case matches the ID of the technology we're developing. So we have the Sugar Plum Fairy. Those cases are designed to have imprints and fairies that kind of push up out of the containers. Yeah, I had the containers custom designed. This is where our 3D printer comes in. He's going to design all that. He's also too going to design our 3D printed projection screens, because since we develop a formula, a coating, we can convert any surface we want to a high performance screen. So imagine customized gaming screens where we can actually install speakers into them. You can actually add EL wires to them, everything you want. Yep, I got big plans. I mean big plans. And it starts with all this technology we have. We have now, this is going to be the FLE. This is going to be the Black Whimsical Unicorn. This is going to be another gorgeous screen. Your journey begins here. And this right here, FLE Extreme Pink Widow. Another gorgeous screen we're going to design for the ladies. You're going to love this one right here. I think the Pink Widow is going to hit them on the golf game. The golf gamers are going to really like this screen right here. This is going to be pretty sick. It's going to have a kind of a pink girly to it, but it's going to have a black beast to it. It's going to be gorgeous. So that's for the ladies right there. And right now, there are people on my site, companies, looking over all this stuff. And they've been texting me back like, what's this? What's this right here? What are you guys working on? What's this whole page for? And explains like, oh man, that's going to be amazing. Can't wait to see those. There you go. Now mind you, anytime one of these guys come down to meet for me to see one of these screens, there's contracts involved in this. They're going to come down, see the technology, see what they like, and that's where they're going to be marketing and selling. Let's go over to the gamers for the fellows. So when we developed the Sugar Plum Fairy, I got to get this game right here. I'm trying to find a good defender. I'm a big fan of Defender. When we developed this, then the guys were kind of like, oh, what about us? We need a screen for ourselves too. And I was like, yeah, you know, you're right, you do. So we have right here the Leviathan. Glass projection screens. So these will be information pages once we get the other page done. And I told you I have somebody coming in, he's going to build the page for us. And over here we're going to have, this is the FLE Cosmic Sunflower Fusion Black. Oh, by the way, screens are colored. So they're black, but they have some, it's really interesting how they're designed. Oh, this is one going to be my personal favorite. This right here is the FLE Extreme Thunder Shamrock. Now, when you get one of these, you'll have your case. For its customized case. Case is going to be actually gorgeous, so trust me, you're going to freaking love it. It's a carrying case. You can take your unit with you. The feet and everything disconnect off of it. Everything fits in nicely of the case. And we're going to have a couple of bobbleheads in there, some big bobbleheads. I want the big bobbleheads. I don't want the small ones. You can go to a place to get customized bobbleheads. So I want the big ones. That's what I want. So we're going to have it for the design of the Thunder Shamrock. So we'll have a Thunder Shamrock. I don't know how we're going to design it. It's up to the graphic designer. She's the one doing all the work for it. There's going to be like a little mini comic book in there. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff, certificates on the product itself. We're going to put some cool merch in there for you. All the merch and everything we're going to add in there is free. So you're going to get a lot of cool things in that package. It's kind of like when you buy the Halo kits, the big boxes, and they have all the statues and stuff in it. It's going to come with some really cool stuff. So I want some really big head bobbleheads in there for my customers. And these aren't going to be limited editions. These are going to be easy to get. This right here we have is our FLE Extreme Scarlet Samurai. Somebody tried to claim this as their own. I see they never made it because they didn't understand how it was designed. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. And this right here is the FLE Sub-Zero Arctic Black. This thing, I'm actually designing a PC case around this thing. Go. That is for our gamer community. We also too have the Apex Gamer coming out soon. It'll be out before these guys will be out. And here. Now, what's the difference between the Apex Gamer? The Apex Gamer is a blackout cloth material. It's already a pre-coated screen. They're coming at 100 inches, 120, and 150. As I showed you before, we're not buying any more stuff from Amazon or anyplace else. I got some people coming in that are going to make our own blackout cloth because I want my own. I don't want from anybody else's. I want my own. It's a certain way I want the surface design. I want it stretchable, I want it spandex, but it's something else I want to design with it. So they're going to design our own screens. We've got a grommet machine coming in, so we can put grommets in them with different sizes, because they just have one size. Well, if you have to do a big screen's going to require large grommets. So it's good to have people that basically work in sewing and that can come in and design our own customized blackout cloths, and we can have a machine come in and put different size grommets that we need to fit the needs of people that we're going to be doing business with. So we're going to take a whole blackout cloth to a whole different level. Trust me, a whole different level. I want to do something different. I'm not trying to do something like everybody's else. I mean, I've been that way since day one. Since we did digital and crystal screen paint, I've always tried to do something different outside the box. Everybody wanted to do dark environments and high-powered projectors, and that's the way it had to be. And I was like, nope, we're going the other way. We're going to basically develop screen paints that can be painted down in an hour. It requires no sanding, no priming. You can paint over anything you want. That's how we got noticed with Digital One. Have lights on, have lights sitting next to screens, all that stuff. That's what got us noticed. So we do the opposite. Everybody follows the certified screens. They figure, okay, the certified screens have already made it. I'm a screen paint maker. Let me follow them. They go do ambient light controlled environment. The screen paint makers do ambient light controlled environment. They use a high powered projector. They use a high powered projector. But we come along and we knock out the certifieds. Then what do you have left? See what I mean? We didn't do the same trail as everybody else. We went for the head of the snake. That's how we did it. So while everybody was sitting there trying to be like Elite Screens and all the big companies and follow the same thing they did, we just took out the certifieds. So if we took out the certifieds first, that means everything underneath of it collapses. You know what I mean? It's like, breaking a bridge down from the bottom. It all just goes. So that's why we end up being the best of everybody else, because we took out the main screen that everybody else was following to become the best. There you go. See, that's how you do business at the end of the day. So if I want to go follow everybody else, that means I would have to climb over everybody else just to reach the top. Instead, I took the top off. That's why if we ever get into a situation where I'm dealing with a certified screener, a company who maybe likes that particular brand, we can go in and we can take their contract from them, because we can show not only is our technology 10 times more advanced than our product, and we can do far more than they can, but we cost less and we don't require expensive projectors to do it. Now, any company at the end of the day, the only thing they're going to hit it back on, better quality, save money. Better quality, save money. There you go. When their contract is up, because they can't break the contract through breach, it'll be breach of contract. When their contract is up, they'll sign on directly with us. Gotta look at the big picture. Gotta look at the big picture. That's what Quasar. Now in here hidden, which we took it off because we don't want you to see what we're working on, is the Spartan screens. It's called the Legendary Edition. These cases are going to look sick. They're going to look actually like they're actually, I like Greek mythology, so they're going to be like kind of like looking like they're actually in stone. They're going to be sick looking. So these particular screens, there's 7 of them. Some of them are part of Greek mythology. And they're just going to be some really interesting cases and really interesting screens. These are the rare edition. These are the ones we make about 5 of these. Some of these we make 5 per month, and there's one we actually make once a year. If you're able to get one of these, you got some serious bragging rights. And the distributors know already from the door that, mind you, if we only make 5 of these, that means if we do 5 distributors, each one of them only get 1 screen. That's it. So they're going to make it known that, hey, look, the screen right here, it comes from their company. We can't tell you the name of the company yet. They make these a limited edition screens because we got people. I got a marketing team coming in to advertise our products for us. I'm not doing that. Someone else is going to do it. And they make 5 of these in the entire world per month. Really hard to get your hands on them. But if you get one, yeah, you got bragging rights. You can get one. So that's what we're working on. That's the next section. You can't see it because right now we're working on that. I haven't shown any streams on it, nothing. It's all hidden. Over here, yes, I can't wait to get this one started. The Apex Gamer. So the Apex Gamer, like I said, it's a physical screen. It comes in 100-inch, 120, 150. We're going to have them at 235.1 because, again, we're going to do all customization. We're going to have them in different sizes. And on top of that, if you want, it's going to be a custom screen. We can come there and you can customize your size the way you want it. And some people may have some odd sizes. You know what I mean? Not everybody can fit 120, 150. You may have an odd size to your wall, whatever. We can customize it for that particular size. Not a problem to do. So they're going to have a mat. We have a mat coming out, a gamer's mat coming out that you can take. It's portable. You can lay it down. You can game off of it. We have a tabletop display that will stretch over top your table. It's an actual screen that you can game off your table. It'll run off a 50 lumen projector in a fully lit environment. I think we're doing all that testing on the table, and I had the table here, and I had it coded. All that was done for research, for testing, to see exactly if we can get that thing to fire up in this garage with all this light. Would it work? And it did work perfectly. See, we're doing a lot of testing along the way when we're building stuff. But anyway, it's going to have a tabletop display and all that other cool stuff. So you can game off your table and all that stuff. And people are into like Dungeons and Dragons and different maps, and they like the fact that they can change your maps out at will. Yeah. And on top of that, if you ever done bird's eye gaming off a floor and a table, yeah, it's freaking amazing. It is. So this is where the Apex Gamer is going to be at. These are all physical. The only thing we have right now, I said it's a screen paint form, is the Quasar. Quasar is the last screen paint we're doing. Everything else is all physical. Doing a floor gaming technology. Give you an idea. We're bringing in the RetroPies because with the Theater on the Go, there's a gaming version of it. So it does come with a RetroPie. It does come with a portable projector, and the other one, and it comes with Bluetooth speakers. The Theater on the Go comes with Bluetooth speakers, and I think we're going to add in a free Fire Stick with that one. But I found out, I think they were saying about the Philips. So I got to buy a Philips. I got to test them out. I got to order one. They said they have built-in apps in them, like, all kinds of stuff. I wonder, compared to a Fire Stick, like, how much do they have? Because if they don't have as much as a Fire Stick had, I'm just going to throw in a free Fire Stick. Because, more the merrier, right? So the Theater on the Go is going to have a free Fire Stick set up, and the Gaming on the Go is going to have a free RetroPie. So this is going to be Retro Rage. We're going to do a lot of retro games here. Theater on the Go is going to be fun because I get to travel all over Allentown and challenge people, gift cards if you beat me. And we can basically advertise the technology and tap those phones with that business card. So these are all this is being set up for our next level. I love shooters. You have no idea how much I love shooter games. I love these shooter games so much. So all this is for setup for future plans that we're working on. This is going to be my ultimate favorite. Now, the Theater on the Go, this is the FLE Portables. This is going to be fantastic because this is going to basically hit a lot of different places. So down here, I see a lot of these apartment complexes up here, and they have balconies. And these balconies, you're not going to put anything big out there. This is fantastic. They come in, I think we got them in 40s and 50 inches. These ones I was telling you that comes with the free projectors. They're Philips, they're name brand projectors, and they come with, the gamer comes with the RetroPie, and they have built-in apps, but I want to see how many apps they have on this. I'm gonna throw a Fire Stick in there anyway, because you never know. They might have not. What if they don't have an app on there that you like? Okay, just throw the Fire Stick in there. You have plenty of stuff to play with at the end of the day. More the merrier. So I'm gonna throw that Fire Stick in there. So we'll update this and put that in. We're gonna add Fire Sticks to them. But anyway, this will allow you to take it for the RV life. So if you do a little RV, and I've watched videos and people who have RVs and this little white screen to come down with this cheap knockoff projector, and it looks awful, absolutely awful. I'm gonna change all that. Now you can have a real TV-like movie-like experience outside of your RV. That's going to be fantastic for that. The tiny homes, which I love. I watch a lot of those. I see these homes that can't support these big giant screens. This would be a fantastic addition for that particular setup, for this particular community. The camping life. Oh yeah, this would be fantastic, especially if you get your nice little Jackery system or EcoFlow system. And the projectors do have a battery pack in them, so basically they can run, I think, 2 hours independently. But if you run it through a Jackery system, run it forever. They don't take a lot of power. And then this is going to be gaming on the go. This is going to be, the system's going to come with the RetroPie, and they all come with Bluetooth speakers. Depends on which projector you choose. One projector can link them and one can't. So one's going to be wired and one's going to be not wired. Depends on what projector you choose. So that'll be free. That's the benefits of applying for the DBA, the ELN, all those licenses. So you can get something called tax wholesale license. Now, a wholesale license is fantastic because I don't have to pay full price. I can go into their distributorship. They have a program that I can go sign up for, sign up with all my paperwork, showing that my company is legit, and they send me over a special catalog. And in that catalog, I get myself for far cheaper than everybody else because, again, I can buy wholesale. All companies have them. That means all my wires and cables and everything I need. If I want to add in their free HDMI cables for you and everything you need to get that whole thing, that party up and going, we can package all that in there because it's really going to cost us a lot of money due to the fact that, we have those licenses to do that, the wholesale tax identification license. So that's what I'm loving about this whole setup right here. And all this will fit easily. You can carry it around anywhere you want. Theater on the go, gaming on the go. So this is the stuff we're working on for our future. So we can get ready to usher in new technology. And with the new Spartan Technology Legendary Editions, which I'm still working on that name right there. That's going to be a hot commodity. And I got some other things I'm going to be bringing up, but I can't tell you about it yet. This is what I can tell you. I got other stuff I'm working on that I can't tell you about. AdTech is an interesting technology because, like I said, AdTech can absorb sunlight. When they saw the demonstration of the screen absorbing all that sunlight, that was it. That's all it took. Because you have to understand that right there is the biggest threat to projection screens. It's a huge, massive threat. And if you got a screen that can absorb that with no problem and still operate, you got a pretty powerful piece of equipment on your hands. And that's what I realized when we basically displayed ad tech through that window. Now you see the whole God's plans, and even when the naysayers tried their best to try to take it from us, that I told you that all that for nothing. You did all that for absolutely nothing. You got nothing done. Satan didn't proceed in anything. I'm not out in the streets. Business didn't go under. I didn't lose my nothing happened. Nothing like that ever happened at all, period. Because God knew it the whole entire time at the end of the day what you guys were, right from the door. He knew you were following Satan. He knew at the end of the day what kind of activity you were carrying on. And he protected his servant at the end of the day. So none of that happened to me at all. Everything that they planned, everything they tried to do didn't even work. But instead, you curse yourself in the process because now you're going to have to pay for all this. You're going to have to pay for all this. And it's like I said, if you consider the fact, if you feel that what I have done, I've done nothing wrong, well, you take your evidence, everything you have done, and you take it before a lawyer. And you say, hey, look, this is what I did to this guy on YouTube. What are my chances of me going to jail and getting sued? And I'll get you that lawyer. I bet you $100 that lawyer says you're going to get sued and you're definitely getting jail time. I bet you. Because if that wasn't the case, then an attorney would have contacted me a long time ago saying, hey, look, you can't go on YouTube saying this stuff. If you don't have enough evidence, you can't prosecute these guys and you have to stop saying this because this is considered to be a threat. There you go. And I haven't received anything yet. And if it wasn't enough evidence, guess what? The police wouldn't have touched it either. It'd have been a waste of their time. I would have never got an incident report, none of that whatsoever, because there's not enough evidence there to prosecute. You have to have more evidence. That's the case. Anybody can make up anything about anybody and take them to court, and they can just go through the whole nonsense of it all. You have to have enough evidence to prosecute. So there is enough evidence to do so. Man, I want to look at this real quick. I was looking at, let me see. Something that I want to do. I want a different dress code. I don't want the same thing as everybody else. I see everybody all over Allentown wearing blazers and jackets. The same thing. Everybody's wearing the same stuff. That can't be me. I can't do it. I got to be different. I got to break out. I can't do it. I got to have something different. So I'm thinking about just doing vests. Nice dress shirt. A vest with it. Sometimes some casual jeans. Yeah, definitely casual jeans with it. And some nice leather, I don't know, Italian boots or whatever. I'll get something real nice with it. I got to do something completely different, but I'm getting my derby. I'm definitely getting my customized derby. But I was looking at, let me see. I want the vest. I definitely want a pocket watch. I'm dying to get one of these for the longest time. Let me see. Oh, digital business cards. This is what I'm getting, people. This is where it's at. This is where it's at. One card to tap. That's it. You know how hot that is? Just walking like, what's your business? Doop, doop, doop. All phones got them. They got the chip reader on them. Yep, that thing is banging. And they got the cards that glow. See that card right there? That card freaking lights up. I don't know if you can see it on the camera because the camera comes up dark sometimes. There you go. That card lights up. It literally lights up. It's an LED custom business card. My cards are going to be sick. They're not cheap. I'm spending $300 for just one of those cards. My card spending, it's sick. And it does have this like little LED around it, little LED light around it, customized LED cards. Oh man, this thing is freaking sick. It stands out. And yeah, I can little thing I can tap it and turn off the LEDs and all that stuff like that. But yeah, it's sick. This is the future of business cards. Because instead of you just having a bunch of cards, you're going to pass around. People throw these things out and stuff like that. And these things cost money. Them plastic cards I bought, them things were like somewhere between like about $4 a piece for one of those cards. So they weren't cheap for them plastic credit cards. And I'm thinking like, man, if people are tossing or maybe some people throw them out, that's a waste of money at the end of the day. And I got to keep buying them and buying them and buying them. But this right here, nope. All you got to do is just tap it. Steel tap business cards. So let's get this so we don't actually jack up the phone again. Let me see if I can get it there. Man, I hate this stand. I gotta get me a new stand. I hate this stand so much. This stand gets on my nerves. Where is it at right there? I was just looking at that. Steel tap. There we go. Get over here. Where you at? Just tell your fingers to go. There we go. Black steel tap business cards. Yeah. But those are the cheaper ones. That's not the one I want. The one I saw, it's about around. Why is it blown all the way up? What the freak is going on my phone? Ugh. Where are the buttons on this thing? There's the buttons right there. Shrink. There we go. Doing too much. I can't stand these smartphones where they put these little sensors on the side. I guess I have one on mine. You slide it up and down. I hate that thing so much because I'm grabbing my phone and trigger it off all the time. They got the wristband too. I don't know if they're going to do the wristband. But I'm definitely going to do the business card right there. That's what they call digital cards. This is what I want to get right here. Because I seen somebody with one of these cards. Had a metal card. He had tapped the phone and the joint went in. I was like, whoa! And I was like, what's that? I always ask questions all the time. What's that? And he said, oh, he's a metal card. He's a digital card. I said, really? So yeah, all your information, everything goes on there. We got our 800 number set up. We got our accounts set up there. Like, okay. I want to cross this out because I can't let you see that. We got weirdos. It's my private cell phone number. So this is what you would need on your card. So basically, you would have your social media sites, websites, name of your company, stuff like that. Now see how we have all that on there? That's too much. It's too much. We got 2 different companies on there. It's a mess. So that's got to be unified into one brand only. That's how we have to set it up now. And we got one site here, one site over there, and multiple social media sites. No, we gotta brand it into one unit. Everything into one unit. That's how it has to be done. Let me get me one of these babies.
Wix gives you the power of AI to build the website you need. With full business functionality.
A digital business card is a way to take your in-person leads online, elevating your process, sharing your content in a beautiful way, and capturing leads more effectively. But with so many cards on the market to choose from, each stating that they're the best, which one is the right choice? From Dot, Popl, Link, Wave, Ovo, and Mobilo, we're comparing each from card quality, landing page functionality, lead generation, and additional features to see which one is truly the best for individuals or solopreneurs. I'll include a cheat sheet at the end with all of my scores on each fake chip that can be accessed by tapping the back of the card. These are the only matte finish.
Let's see, the ones I got, the ones I have is a little bit thicker. It's clear because you can see right there when it was clear, and my name comes up. Everything comes up. It's beautiful. When the neon light hits, everything just glows. It's beautiful the way I have mine set up. So I had to pay a little bit more for mine. These are the basic ones that they have. These are all pretty nice, but I paid a little more for mine. And mine, I can program mine to actually say something like "thank you" or something like that. You know, tap the card, it'll say something. The card will speak. Yeah, I paid some money for that thing, and it's insured too. So if I lose it, yeah, I can get another one. So I figured if I'm gonna do something, I want to be different. But that's, instead of buying a bunch of cards and it costs me a lot of money, this is the best way to go, is digital. Let me see. Now, when I was telling you about the patent pending, I didn't get a chance to explain that too much. So basically, there is a provisional patent and there's patent pending. I love it when the naysayers were coming out talking about, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know how to fill out a proper LLC. So don't even come to me about, at the end of the day, this individual wanting to keep running his mouth saying, I don't know about paperwork. You can't fill out a basically statement due date. And they're really easy to do. It's not a hard process. It really isn't. It's super easy to do. He just can't do it because he lied on his statement. That's why he can't do it. Because it requires the time and date of your company's existence and whatever on it, and he can't do that because he basically lied on there. So he messed himself up. But anyway, the thing about it is patent pending means basically I would go to patent pending because it means that it is good for 1 year. You can go in and you can revise the patent and keep it going for a certain amount of time, but eventually you're going to have to get a provisional patent for it. So a patent pending will keep it safe for 1 year. Remember, you got to go and you got to update and renew all that. But anyway, so what people do, if you look at some packages, like Fisher Price used to have on their boxes, they had something called patent pending on the side. That means that you pay something like $700 or $800 or $900, maybe $1,000 to have a patent for 1 year. It protects the product for 1 year. And this gives you the chance to be able to get your feet wet. You know what I mean? So you're paying like $15 or $30 or $40,000 for a provisional patent, and say it doesn't go anywhere. Say the product doesn't make any money. Say it tanks and it bellies up, and you just paid for a patent for something that you pretty much are probably not going to do business with anymore. So a patent pending gives you 1 year to see if your product is worth basically putting the provisional patent on. That's what it's for. That's it. So basically, if I'm developing engineering a product to sell, which now I am going to be engineering technology for companies to buy, that means they're not buying our stuff. We're making individual products that are different. That's why when you make formulas, you don't make a mix and a formula are two different things. A mix is basically just paint. That's all it is. It's nothing special. It's just mix. Formula is different. It's a more complicated coding of products or chemicals or elements in order to make something. That's what it is. And formulas have a lot more testing underneath of them, which you can tell our stuff is much different than everybody else. But when we make a formula, they try to say, well, we got a formula. No, you don't. You don't got a formula. You don't got a test underneath of it. You don't even know what that stuff is. We don't even know what it is. But anyway, when you make a formula, you should be able to separate them, which means they all don't have the same identity. If they all have the same identity and you sell one of them, you just sold the ingredients to the rest of your products, and that means your product line is going to have some issues, because once you sign that documentation which says that you can't make this no more, if you sell this to this particular company, you're not allowed to make it anymore. If you do make something, you're going to have to show proof that they're not both the same thing, and the ingredients are going to have to be way off and completely different. We can do that. We can actually engineer our technology. So each one of those screen paints you have there don't have the same identity. They're all different. Each one's made completely different. Imagine having all that in your head at the end of the day. Oh yeah, it's in there. But anyway, so I can make a formula completely different that has nothing to do with the infrastructure of the products that we sell, and I can go in and basically all I have to do is do the testing, because I want to make sure all the testing, everything's working. I want to come down and see it, and we drop a patent pending on top of it and an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, which means that all parties that are involved on this particular project can't speak, can't talk, can't say anything about it, because the penalties behind this are quite high. It could be like a $2 million, it can be anywhere from $15,000, it could be from $2 million, whatever it may be. But if you speak on this particular project and an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, you could be sued from the door, and you have to pay this money for violating that particular breach of the contract, or breaching the contract. So that's what the NDA is good for. It kind of like, if you can't get the patent and all that stuff ready, then people do an NDA. It protects you at the end of the day. So they can't talk about it, you can't talk about it. You can tell exactly everything that's in it. They can't make it, they can't touch it. And then when you design your NDA, you have to make sure you put a timeline on it by saying, okay, say if the business deal doesn't work out, say they decide that they want to split and go a different way, thinking that they got ownership of your technology already. You have to learn to put in a policy that says that they can't speak on this for maybe about 4 years or 5 years. They can't say anything about this. They're locked in on the NDA for 4 years. That's how you protect your company. They don't know that stuff at the end of the day because they don't do business. They wouldn't know anything about that. You got to know documents and paperwork, and you have to know what you're talking about and know what you're doing. So most, not saying most companies, some people, if you're signing with them and an NDA gets involved in this, they're hoping you don't know this particular policy. And say, like I said, some companies are working with you just to sign the NDA, just to figure out what's in your stuff, to get you to say what's in it. And then say if they decide, well, we don't want to do this anymore. I don't really feel it anymore. I don't want to do this. And they leave. They know what's in your stuff. And they can start making it. But if you got a policy and they're saying that, hey, look, if this contract doesn't work out, you can't make this stuff for 4 or 5 years. That gives you enough time to go in and put a patent, provisional patent on your product to lock it in, and they can't touch it. You got to know how to be able to defend yourself. And this is something I learned working with companies. This is something I learned, that you have to put these, and it's best that you draw your own NDA up. Know how to design your own contracts. Know your legal paperwork, because you don't want them drawing it up, because you know they're not going to put it in there, so you're going to have to do it. So you're going to have to know exactly what you're writing and what you're putting in, and it has to be legal and it has to be legit. There you go. That's why I said, if you can't do an LLC, a basic statement due date, there's no way in the world you're going to understand the guidelines of an NDA. So that's a little special gift for anybody who's getting in the field. Yeah, you develop an NDA, make sure you put them and say, look, this, because some companies will come in. I'm not saying all companies, but saying they do this in business. They'll sign that NDA with you and then turn around and go, well, you know what? They'll make some excuse. I don't want to do this anymore. Da, 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 da. They know what's in your stuff already. So they can go there and they can go in and they can start making your stuff. That's why you put in 4 years to 5 years. You can't say nothing for 4 or 5 years, or I can sue you for millions. You're stuck. Can't say a word. It's like putting a gag order on someone. And then that gives you enough time to put your provisional patent, which will lock it in and they can't touch it. La-di-da, la-di-da. You know who taught me all that? Jesus taught me all that. All that. I ain't got no business school. I've never went to business school a day in my life. Nope. I learned all that from Jesus. Taught me all that. If you're going into battle, God is going to train you and make you the best soldier you possibly can when you go into battle. And you will come out victorious every single time. You will never fall to your knees. Never. That's for Christians who serve God. So we know business at the end of the day. That's why I see the devil sometimes try to come in and try to use trickery and lies, but I can see it before it comes because I was trained in God's army to be able to see all that. So that's one of the things you do involving your NDA. Ooh, you fighting your fishy today? Are you fighting that fishy? Are you fighting that fishy? Get your teeth in there biting that fishy. What are you fighting that fishy? Fighting this fishy today. Always think about this fishy. So those are things you got to know in business. You have to know that. You follow the devil at the end of the day. The devil will tell you to do dumb stuff on documents and get you in a lot of trouble. Oh, let's go cheat on this document. We don't got to tell them we've been around for 5 years. We're just telling them we've been around for 5 months. They're never going to figure that out. What's the odds of them figuring that out? I guarantee you talked to him when he told him to do that nonsense. And I'm pretty sure common sense kicked in and said, oh, don't do that. It's a good possibility. They can find out. They find they're going to be in a lot of trouble. That's perjury. And he didn't listen. He went and did it anyway. Listened to Satan. And now he got a LLC. They got some documents. And keep in mind, as the years go by, they're going to put pressure on this fellow to basically come in. He could get a summit to come in to a panel to ask about this. And mind you, they carry jail times. Jail, you commit, this is a government document. You commit perjury on a government document, you get in a lot of trouble. It's always best to be honest about it. Don't lie about it. You get that voice in your head, that's the devil talking to you. Oh, you can lie on it, ain't nobody gonna know about it. Yeah, they're gonna know about it. It's the government. You're gonna know everything. They know everything about you as it is. Well, you don't lie on no documents. Be honest and be upfront about it. But anyway, as I said before, yeah, that's what I do. So basically, if I'm designing a chemical, and say I want let's see, chemical to develop something in that stage, what they're asking for, you're talking about $1 million easily, because they're going to make a lot of money off of it. So I at least want $2-3 million off of it. At least I want off of it. So with that being said, you're going to have to engineer the product. You're going to have to show proof that it actually works, because they will come down and see this for themselves. They're paying a lot of money for this, and you're going to have you put your patent pending on it, which means it's good for 1 year. Which means once you have your patent pending, you have your copyrights, everything locked on it, so nothing they can't take. Then when it gets to a point where the contracts are pushing back and forth and they make an agreement on what they're going to buy and how much you're going to buy it for, then you basically can release the patent pending, authorization, the copyrights, everything over to them. You can sign it over to them, give them permission. It's theirs, belong to them. And then you sign that little document at the bottom, and they give you a little form, and you agree that you'll never make this product again, and so and so and so, and it belongs to them, and blah, blah, blah. So they have all that for court. That's it. I mean, a couple $1 million, just like that. Now, I made $20,000, and I should have charged more for it. That was fast money, and I needed some things, and the guy came in and popped in. That's how I ended up in Disney World. Guy popped in and said, hey, look, can you make me an invisible chemical? And I was like, sure, yeah. It took me about a day because he kept coming and he kept saying, well, I wanted to adjust. I want it lighter, I want it lighter, I want it lighter, lighter. And I kept adjusting it to lighter, lighter. I got to what he wanted at the end of the day. Because you're doing a customization at the end of the day. So they can ask you what they want. And you have to be able to adjust it what they want. And you have to test this and show them that this actually does work. So develop this technology. And when I first met the guy, because I'm thinking like when he first was talking to me, he said, well, you know, hey, I want to buy one of your formulas from you. I don't want to buy gallons. I want to own it. And I was like, well, how much you want for it? And I was like, 20 grand. That's what I wanted. And the guy was like, all right. I said, yeah, but how do I know you're just wasting my time? He said, what's your PayPal account? I sent them over my PayPal email address. He said, there you go. I mean business. I looked up, it was $3,000 in my account. I was like, okay, we mean business today. Yeah, because we know the difference between people I'm doing business with will come in and drop money into the account. When you naysayers come in, you make up fake accounts and try to contact, pretending to be big companies. Again, I've been in the field for a long time. I know the difference between a fake and a real. And again, God allows us to see what we need to see. So I know the difference. A real company wants to do business, they will come down to come see you and drop money in your account to show they mean business at the end of the day. So this guy I was talking to dropped $3 grand in the account. And I'm sitting there with my ex. I'm like, oh shoot, we just got $3,000. What do you want to do? And she was like, I don't know. She went back to sleep. We make money I make money every day. I'm not trying to be bragging here, but the Lord blesses our company. Our company makes good money. So $3 grand in the account. I'm like, what are you gonna do with this? So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna make this guy stuff. Let's see where it goes from there. Let's just keep the money account. Let's not touch it. Just see what happens. But he might not give me the rest of the money. There was no agreement. There was nothing. It was just on his word alone. So I was like, okay. So when I finished the ingredients and everything was done, he liked it. He said, okay, Mr. Bird, nice doing business with you. Bye-bye. And I thought he got me. And I looked at my account, and it was $23,000 in there. I was like, She came home from work. I was like, we got 23 grand in the account. We got nothing to do with it. All the bills are paid. Got money in the bank. What do we do with this? And she was like, let's go on a cruise. I was like, no, we don't do cruises. I don't do cruises. I don't like boats. Don't be wrong, I can swim, but that whole situation of not having control of the situation, I gotta have control of the situation. Floating around in a boat, that's not control for me. Yeah, because you ever seen people get lost at sea? It is not pretty to get lost at sea. I'd rather be lost on land any day to be lost at sea. I mean, I got survival skills that can keep me alive on land. But out in the boat, floating around, and you're dying of thirst, and you can't even drink water, and it's all around, that is torture. I know, we're not doing that. Nope. I'd rather just, yeah. If I crash it out in the woods somewhere, I'm good. I got survival skills. I can handle myself, but not out in the ocean. I'm done. So I was like, we're not doing a boat. we're not doing a boat. She said, I said, what else you want to do? I said, let's go to Disney World. She's like, okay. You've never been there. I've never been there. I said, let's go. So we went to Disney World. So we did. I spent, at the 23, I got a top package. I spent like something like about $6-7 grand. Got everything. Whole 9 yards. Whole top package. We went all out, went to Disney World. It was fun. It was nice. So that's what I did with it. So, you know, they'll pay you. If you got companies out there, they'll pay you. You got a company right now, just drop some money in the account for something. They want design. But right now, I had explained to them that I got to put that on hold. They're nice about, okay, not a problem. I'm moving into a transition, and I'm getting situated. And so when you get the office set up, let us know. We're coming down. I got 2 people in another state that's coming down. They own barbecue grills, these luxury barbecue grills. They're coming down to see AdTech because they want their windows turned into flames. So the guy was like, as soon as you get your office, let us know. We'll be coming down. So I'm getting set up for that too. So it's going to be busy. Yeah, it's going to be busy. A lot to think about. Yeah. So the conversation I had with the fellow, he was saying, well, you got to figure out what to do with the money. Because you got to figure out to put it somewhere. And I already got plans for it already. I got plans. I talked about it on camera, what I wanted to do. I had big plans on what I wanted to do. I want to do that whole apartment complex. something different, because they charge too much for apartments. I lived in an apartment. I didn't like it. I got a chance to experience how much I hated to be in an apartment, and people who make money and people who work every day. You shouldn't have to come home and be subjected to that nonsense. No one should be. And these apartment complexes don't care, you know what I mean? They're just stacking people on top of each other. They know there's going to be conflicts. They know there's going to be problems at the end of the day. And then people are struggling to pay the rent at the end of the day, and nobody wants to give nobody a break. They want to just charge you up, just keep take from you. That's what they want to do. I want to change that. I want to make an apartment complex that's going to be beautiful. It's going to be nice. It's going to be soundproof, because soundproofing will cut down on so much nonsense. Can't argue with your neighbor if you can't hear them. You go home, you listen to your music, and worry about disrupting your neighbors. You can basically have your kids run around and jump and stomp. They're not going to hear anything at all, period. It's going to be fantastic. Now, I do want to put something in the building just in case if someone does have some difficulties, some problems. So like some kind of emergency call, if they hit it, it basically alerts the ambulance or the police or something like that. I am going to have that installed in, because you can't have it completely soundproof and say somebody has a heart attack or somebody has a problem in that place and they can't scream out or yell. No one can hear them. There you go. So that's why you have to have something like that in there in place. I do want to make them completely solar units. And solar units because, again, that's free power. I can run the entire place off all electricity, completely. Air fryer, ovens. I can put in the hot water system, basically what they call electric tankless hot water systems, all that stuff. So now you don't pay any electricity. You don't have literally any bills when you go into this unit. And I want to have my rent at $600. I prayed on that, and I'm going with $600. I do not want my tenants to pay a first, second, and third. You the freak gonna get that together at the end of the day. I mean, you paying for everything else you gotta pay for. You gotta worry about. No, I want only they gotta pay for $600 just to get in. I don't need a security deposit. I got my own team to come in and fix and repair anything that I need at the end of the day. And mind you, all my supplies, again, I get them wholesale, so it doesn't cost me to get this stuff. Pretty much most of these complexes have warehouses full of inventory to fix all that stuff anyway. So we don't need a security deposit at all. We can fix it ourselves. Now, like I said, because I'm going to have all your information anyway, you know, if you break something or you destroy the place pretty bad, I can always just take you to court and just sue you. But I think with the place, if you got a place that's really nice like that, people are not going to mess it up. They're going to want to stay there as long as they possibly can. Because again, I'm going to have the most affordable rent. Every December, rent is absolutely free. That's my Christmas gift. Thank you for supporting my business, because I think they should do that. Can you imagine how much weight would be off your shoulders if your rent was free in December? You don't have to worry about rent at all. You don't have any utilities you have to pay at the end of the day. Can you imagine that? What you could do with the extra money? That's the hardest for most people, is around that month, December. For people to try to save up for rent and pay for gifts and pay for the festivals and holiday and all that. I want to make it so that they don't have to pay for that for the month of December. So if I do this at the end of the day, and it's not about greed for me, it's about doing something for the community, better for the community, I'm always going to have money in my pocket, because there'll never be a vacancy in that place, not ever. Because people will be lined up around the corner just to get into that place. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. It's not about money for me at the end of the day. It's about doing better for other people at the end of the day. I got food banks I want to build at the end of the day. I want to start my own food banks where I didn't like from the experience, and maybe the reason why the Lord put me in these places so I can get an experience to see what I need to change. I didn't like that people that are waiting for food are waiting outside. I don't like that. They should be to wait inside. It's hot out there. You know, get out there and the temperature gets really hot, and they got to sit out there and get cooked to get some food in their stomachs. And why can't they be inside? Why can't there be a lobby for them to be inside where they can get water, where they can get some food? I mean, some people come in that line, they're hungry. They don't got nothing to eat at all, period. You know, I tell people at the end of the day, you got to be careful about how you treat people, because you can end up in that same situation very, very easily. I see people out there waiting in line. I watch people walk by and just snub them that they think they're better than them. You can lose your job just like that. You can end up on the street just like that. You can be in the same situation just like that. Calm it down. Hey, Mr. Britches. Yeah, I see you. Calm it down. I find something funny about Taco. If he doesn't see my face, he thinks he can still get away with it, much like a 5-year-old kid. When he sees me, you know, you just go sit down and behave. All right? All right. You have your TV system set up pretty soon. But yeah, it should be a place that they can come and sit down. Some bring their kids with them. And it just, I want to do something where they can come and they can sit down, it's nice and cool, and they can get their food. And I'm talking about good food that can be sent to them, that we can help the community out, and hopefully this grows into something. And I'm trying to build stuff so it grows into things better to better the community. I want to get into the tiny home community. I freaking love those tiny homes so much. I want to do something, got buy a nice amount of land. People that want to start a little bit of home front, you can go out there and you can rent these places. You can see what it's like. Maybe it's free. If it's free and you like it, then you can do a rent to own policy. Get a little piece of land you can till, grow, whatever you want to do. Got a nice house that basically it does water filtration systems and basically solar systems and all that stuff, and you get a chance to have your little piece of off the grid. There are a lot of people like that. They just want to go off the grid and just live. That's what they want to do. So I'm gonna do a lot of cool stuff. I can't wait to do. And a lot of stuff I want to do for the homeless too. A lot of stuff for homeless. You got people that are sick in hospitals and people can't afford food at the end of the day. It's just so much. And the minute people get money, don't even think about. I'm not saying everybody, because there's a lot of people that do a lot of good out there. But most people, when they come with that kind of income, they think about themselves. What the heck do I care about driving a fancy car and having expensive jewelry and all? I don't want that stuff. You can't take it with you anyway. I explained to them, I said, look, I look at life as a giant spaghetti strainer. You're going to pass through it, but you're going to leave everything in that strainer. That's what's going to happen. You're going to pass through. You're coming in the same way you came in, with nothing. That's how you're coming in. You're accumulating all this on the earth. And you're not worrying about the next life. You're going to pass through that strainer, and all your stuff is going to be left there. You're going to fall through it. You're going to look up and see all your possessions right there. You can't take it with you. So while you're here, why not use it to make someone else's life a lot better? I couldn't imagine spending $500,000 for a car. Oh no. You know how much people I can feed with $500,000? That's the way my brain functions at the end of the day. I don't see myself, I don't need that stuff. I'm happy. I want the 200 acres. For the 200 acres, I got plans for it. It's not just for me to live on. Who the heck gonna live on 200 acres of land? That's a lot of freaking land to go through. No, I got other plans I want to do with it. There's things I want to do with that land. I got plans for it. Things I want to do that I can put back into the community. On top of that, I would like to start my own camp, Christian camp group. That'd be fantastic because a lot of these kids need to go have some camping skills. Like I talk to these like, you never been in a tent before? You never sang camp songs and roast marshmallows and all that stuff, and yeah, they should have that experience. I mean, with horses and canoeing and all that stuff, man. I had that when I was in the Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts. I freaking loved it. My dad did a lot of hunting, a lot of fishing and stuff like that. I learned a lot of stuff from him. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. Comic book stores. We don't have one comic book store down here. You know how fantastic a comic book is to a kid at the end of the day? You're talking about opening up that imagination. Imagine Stan Lee. Stan Lee, him, imagine. He read comic books. Look what it led to. That's what I said. Comic books are amazing, man. We don't have one comic book store down here. Definitely gonna have one now. Before I pass off this earth, I plan to put a lot of changes down here. Yep. That's what I want to do. So, I have no interest in the fancy cars. I do want that military off-road vehicle because I need that for a purpose. Because where I'm going at, you're going to have one of them. You don't have a choice. I like military off-road vehicles anyway. Civilian military vehicles. I like this one, but this one, like this one. I love these trucks so much. You have no idea. This is going to be my toy right here. That's going to be my baby. Yes, yes. And I'm sending it up to Texas because I got some people on work on that. So that thing's going to have 3 ballistic bulletproof glass on it. And it's going to have Kevlar doors. A rocket launcher won't be able to penetrate that baby at the end of the day. It'll do some damage to it, but it won't be able to penetrate it. I like military vehicles. I'm a big fan of them. I like vehicles at the end of the day that have a purpose. That's why people drive around the Ford F-50s and all those trucks are work vehicles, utility vehicles. It has to have a purpose. Can't just look pretty. I want a vehicle that actually works. So I've decided to go down the side of a hill. I want to be able to take a tree or two with it while I'm going down. I want a machine at the end of the day. Yeah, they're going to basically armor plate that thing for me. And it's going to be legal. They're going to set it up for me. So, modifications, drone docking system. That's what my niece has on hers. She has a drone docking station. So the drone takes off, it scouts, comes back in, and when it drops in, it actually uploads the video feed to her dashboard. That thing is sick. The first time I saw it, I was like, what the freak is going on in the back of your truck? She was like, that's the drone taking off. Yo, the drone is sick. No indicator lights, nothing. You can't even see this thing if it's sitting right in front of you. You can't see it. It makes no sound at all, period. She built it. And I'm not going to arm mine, but they can be armed. I was like, shoot. I want at least 3 on mine. I definitely want 3. I want 3 scouts. So the 3 scouts can basically communicate with each other by passing by, and they can actually drop into the truck and upload information. My truck's gonna be a beast. I can't wait to get it done. But I want something like that. That's what I want. Something like this or like that. And I definitely want honeycomb tires. You ever heard of the honeycomb tires? Yeah, they don't deflate. I definitely want honeycombs on them. I think I might do the suicide doors, but it depends on them. They'll tell me what I can have and what I can't have, which is going to conflict with basically when they plate it. But that's what they do. That's what they do. And I was looking at this stuff. At first, I was trying to get my hands on an M1. Like, can you give me an M1? She's like, no, we cannot get you. I asked my answer for M1 for the longest time. So I can't get you an M1. Can't get one of those. I'm like, ah. So I was like, what vehicles can I get that's considered to be civilian that I can actually have? That's illegal, but basically they're I wanted one of these. Patriots. I wanted one of those. You know, Patriot. You have to have. That truck has to be registered like a handgun. It's a weapon. That thing is literally a weapon. They're called Patriots. Oh my goodness. Hold on, let me look that up for a minute. Let me see. Armored vehicle called the Patriot. Where are you? The Patriot. There we go. There's the Patriot right there. There was a company, I think, over in South Africa that had them, and the guy was saying, "Look, you have to register to get that thing because it's a weapon. It's literally a weapon. That thing can run over a landmine. You ever seen that thing? They did the whole thing on it on that truck. You could run over a landmine, and that thing could basically it explode. It won't damage your cabin or anything. The truck will take some damage, of course, but it's not gonna stop it from running. They can take a heck of a lot of freaking oh my goodness." Now, see, the thing about when you have a corporate license, you have a business, if you're a person of high value in a corporation, like a big CEO, you can get one of those. Yep, you can get armored vehicles. If it shows you run the risk of somebody trying to, and God forbid, I hope it never happens, so if somebody tried to kidnap you or whatever, blah, 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 yeah, you can get certain stuff at the end of the day, but you have to show that you have that CEO status. So people like Elon Musk and all those guys, yeah, they can get toys like that all day long. Heck, they can get their own personal armies if they want. But I just want this, not for that purpose. I just want one because it's cool. I just want one. Don't need that, but still that'd be cool. I'll put giant paintballs in it. Yeah. I love these vehicles. I love military vehicles. I love them. I love military vehicles. I love them so much. But I'm definitely going to get one of these babies. I'm definitely getting one. Oh, Patriot. I think that's the only expensive toy I want to buy for myself, is that machine. That's all I want. Never going to wash it. Never, ever. I told somebody one day, I said, no, a truck like that, I'm never going to wash it for what? It's a utility vehicle. It's designed to work. That's what it's designed to do. I can use that thing to basically pull up stumps, trees, whatever I need to do at the end of the day to work on my land, anything I need. It's a utility vehicle. That's what I'm using it for. It's for work. But other than that, cleaning it and washing it, no. Less risk of somebody leaning against my truck and take pictures on it. But you will get your clothes dirty. Yeah, I like military vehicles. I never was into, um, like I said, the fancy cars and stuff. I don't like them. I like if I get a vehicle, it has to have purpose. Like if I couldn't afford this right here, I would get like a Ford F50 or one of them at the end of the day. Utility vehicles, I like vehicles that work at the end of the day. Because that's what I want to use it for. I'm going to use it for hauling back supplies and tools and everything else I need. That's what I'm using it for. Oh, these things are beautiful. Somebody converted one of these things into a home. I think it was one something like that that converted to a home. It's pretty cool though. Yeah. Well, we'll get there sooner or later. Get one of these babies. I think I'm gonna nickname it the Apocalypse. That's an given. Well, I tell you, with the zombie apocalypse is never going to happen. We're never going to have one of those. But if they're dead, that truck's going to be equipped to do it, to deal with it. But other than that, no, nothing at all. We're not going to have that. A lot of people saying we're going to have a zombie. We're going to have a. Oh, that's never going to happen ever. You keep forgetting who this world belongs to. Man has a habit of that, thinking that this world belongs to him. Yeah, good luck with all that right there. It's not yours at all. Period. And nothing's yours at all. Period. Nothing is yours. It's not mine at the end of the day. I'm not taking it with me when I die, so guess what? Still, man, this is going to be a great vehicle. Because where I'm going to be living at, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of terrain up there. And you're not going through there with no car. You're going to rip out your suspension system. They're doing a drone docking station on this baby. I know my niece, when I fly with the truck, I look at the truck crated and shipped down there to her. She look at that thing like, oh my goodness, what the freak what are you doing with this? I was like, it's not what you think it is. I got it for basically for my land, for all terrain, and it's going to be used for work. Torque on that thing's got to be a beast. So yeah, I'm going to have a ball with it. Oh, and I do want a smart car. I want a smart car so badly. Oh my goodness, I want so bad. I want one to look like a micro mini. Oh my goodness, I think it would be so much fun. With the key that spins in the back and the giant dime on the back of it, especially if I need a little wheelie out of it, that'd be hot. And the top of the hood, I want it to look like a door cell battery, like a battery's been pushed down into it. I want like a complete look like a toy. That's what I want. I love the smart cars. Tell me about it. Trying to figure that out myself, how that's going to work. It just popped in my head a few minutes ago. Cyberpunk desk. I need a desk for my office. So they got a desk in there already, but it's not what I want. This is not going to work. I had to build this thing myself. I can't build it myself because I'm in an office. And the power tools can't be running there. See, that's the plus side about being in the garage. You can do whatever I want in here, but there I can't be in there operating power tools. Oh man, we're gonna have to convert one of these things without basically using power tools. God, man, really? Okay, that's a challenge of the day. I want a cyberpunk desk. My office. Oh yeah, I gotta get some ideas for my office. I like cyberpunk. I love it. I love it at the end of the day. This is my thing. This is my thing. I think I'm gonna hook my office up like something like that. Oh, sorry, you can't even see that, can you? My bad. Let me get my legs in here for a minute. Trying to get some ideas for my office. Yeah, that's what I want right there. Something like that. Something like that. So, basically, at the end of the day, like I said, for business wise, it's not a problem because again, they know the technology we develop. We develop everything from game and everything else. So, nope. As long as we can just prove it works, at the end of the day, I can design my office any way I want. As long as I can back up that technology. Oh, I might do a portrait screen. A portrait screen. I want a cyberpunk office. That's what I want. Do we have we don't have them at Radio Shack. So it's just basically just a I don't want their LED lights at the end of the day. I don't want their LED lights. I'm gonna do my own. Because I have to do testing in there. And right now, I already ordered screens I got. So my screens are clear and they run off 50 lumen projectors that push an image to the back of them. So I'm building that already. But I'm definitely going to pick up my PS5 and start the modifications on it because I need that for the gaming technology. You know, the beautiful thing about this is that I don't have to deal with zoning. Ever. Nope. I said I can build whatever I want. Yep. Based on the property I'm buying, 200 acres, there is nothing around me with 200 acres. Zoning doesn't even exist on 2 acres. If I want to build I can't say that. That'd be the wrong thing to say. If I want to build a giant Gundam on my property, yeah, I could do that. Because again, I want 200 acres. That's the reason why I expanded for more land. Because the more land I have, the township and zoning does not exist for me. I can build whatever I want. And that means I can put my nice community out there. At 200 acres, there's no way in the world. 200 acres, you're going to be to reach my side. And virtually, it's going to take forever. Besides, I don't think people are doing it. That's stupid anyway. But yeah, I can build on that. There's so much stuff I can do on that. Man. Organic foods and all kinds of stuff. Oh man, I can have a ball out there with 200 acres. But again, learning so much from zoning, and I learned a lot from zoning. Thank you for the people who try to call zoning on me to try to get me kicked out of here. But just to let you know is I went back to the office and I started learning a lot about what they do. See, that's what I do. You see how Mega Man works at the end of the day? How he just grabs something, he converts it and uses it against the enemy? Bam! So I went and I started studying zoning about all the different requirements needed to basically to be able to structure your building and how you would have to go through the city to get all that done. And I figured it all out. So a lot of interesting things you have to know at the end of the day. But thank you so much. I never would have thought about that. They didn't come by. Yep. Oh, by the way, they passed the inspection for the work I did in here. Yeah, I know my stuff. But anyway, so with 200 acres, no, they don't exist out there, period. Can't come out there, can't do nothing at all. I can put a giant Olympic-sized swimming pool out there. They can't do anything about it, which I don't even know why I would need something that big to begin with. That's just stupid. But anyway, yep, it's stupid for me. I'm not saying it's stupid for anybody else to have it. That's what you want, knock yourself out and enjoy it. But for me, I feel that's stupid for me. But anyway, I want a cyberpunk. I want a cyberpunk office. That's what I want. So I saw some, oh man, look at this. This is the one I like. This is the one I think I'm in love with right there. I want everything in neon. But I don't want the purple and blue. That's not mine. My favorite colors for cyberpunk is sky blue and pink. Those are my favorites right there. I'll put some nice white lights in at the bottom. That's what I'll do. See, they have the white lights here. If they have to turn them on, they do some work. But yeah, I'm doing my office just like that. Not so much like that, but a little bit different. And since we develop all that technology, I'm going to have a field day. So my table is glass. That's going to be coated with that FLE technology so I can project images off of it. And I'm working on hologram technology too on top of that. And I have projector mapping software. Ooh, I'm going to turn that thing. That office is going to look amazing. And they're going to come in there and say, they're like, good, great. The office is designed to be one big advertising showpiece. That's what they're waiting to see when they come in there. The floor, oh yeah, so yeah. The gym mats, I'm doing the whole floor. All that's coated with that new technology which we have for the Quasar. And the projectors we have set up in there, it's going to turn the floor into anything I want. So they can walk in one day and the floor can be lava. Don't touch the floor, it's lava. Yep. So imagine your investors coming in to see an office that's all technology that you developed as the ultimate showroom. They can see 50 lumen projector operate in fully lit environment. They can see everything, the floor, everything change in that environment. And as for the ceiling, well, we can't touch the ceiling. Cut it out. We can't. What's the problem? We're not going to start that with the groundhog. With the ceiling, now, like I said, you can hang up pictures. They said you can do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a hook system in on each corner, and we're going to put a screen that's already coated. So we're going to put a ceiling over top the ceiling where it's not base. We don't have to paint it, and that will allow us to have our ceiling black without touching the ceiling. And then that way I can use my projectors to turn the sky into anything I want. Pretty cool, huh? Now, 2 ways I can go about this. I'm thinking about trying the stickies first, because they got the stickies when you peel them off, they don't basically damage the walls or anything. Try that method first before we do the drill holes in first. But that's going to look pretty cool for them to come up and see the ceiling change, and I can sit there, work on my computer, I can look at the stars or anything I want to change. I'm going to change that entire environment up. It's going to look nothing like it. It's going to look pretty cool when we get done with it. I'm in love. Look at that there. I'm in love. I'm freaking in love with this. All my keyboards going to be wireless. Get rid of all these keyboards. My main computers I have here, they're going to be taken out and all rebuilt. Liquid cooling systems, the whole 9 yard. All clear glass UFO cases, LED lights, the whole 9 yards. I can't wait. And the PS5 system, well, when I get on site, I'm going to show that off with the Apex Gamer. Because we're still going to be on site. I'm going to go on site. I'm going to basically do some demonstrations there. And you get a chance to see. I got a case already for my my PC, so I can carry it, take it from A to B, and I can set it up, and I can do some gaming on different sites. So yeah, I'm still doing all that. But the beautiful thing about it is I can leave sample behind, tap those business cards in, and then basically give them a direction where they can come back and meet up with me to see anything else they want to check out. Now this is a nice idea. I like this, but I still want to go with that pink and blue. Pink and blue cyberpunk. Yeah. I can even put in my own virtual window. Easy to do. I can install my own virtual window. Because if I'm doing one of these, I don't want to look out the window. Well, we have a window. We have 2 big windows there. So what I'm thinking about putting in those shades, some automatic shades that come down. They can be coded. I can convert those into screens. Because I told them we do virtual windows. They want to check that out. They want to see those. That'd be hot right there. And the other window, I can have ad tech up there. Man, this is going to be fun. Now I want to tell you something else too. Guess what I'm paying at the end of the day for this? You wouldn't believe it. How amazing God is. $450. That's what my price would have cost me. $450. I got free utilities, central air, central heat. Got a nice big office. I'm paying $450. That's it. I got my name on the door. I have a code key that I slide in to go in and out. It's security in the place is pretty tight. And I also have on the bulletin board, there's a board that comes up. It's basically like a monitor system. It comes up and it shows where the office is and what they're all about and everything. Mine's up there. That's the setup I have. It is freaking beautiful. And I'm paying $450. $150. That's it. I paid $600 here. So the Lord bless you. So now we know the theme for my office. I'm gonna do a Cyberpunk. We're gonna build all our technology there. We can come in, sit down, and see it. And I got a conference room that I can take them out to the conference room and show them the technology. We can sit there and sign contracts, and there's several kitchens in this unit, so you can get coffee or tea or whatever you want. And bathrooms, about 3 or 4 bathrooms in this unit. It's really, really nice. Very nice and extremely quiet. Very, very quiet. So happy about it. I am so happy about it. Gotta get a little bit distance to the house. I'm in the outskirts. I can tell you one thing, I'm on the outskirts of Allentown. So I'm right between Allentown and Bethlehem. Right on the outskirts of it. So it is farther than this place. A lot farther. So I'm way out. But, I mean, it's only 8 minutes. Anything from 8 to 7 minutes in means that it's going to cost me about $11. That's it. No, sorry, not $11. $8 or $9. Anything in the range of 16 minutes out is about somewhere between 18 to 19 to $20 coming in. Mr. Waffles, why do you wait till I'm on here to start carrying on and being a nuisance? I don't want to hear it. You don't like cats at the end of the day. I don't know what is the thing with you and that freaking groundhog. You're a strange cat at the end of the day. You like dogs, groundhogs. He had a thing for a possum. I don't know what it is about the possum. It was a possum he had a thing for. Anything that's not a cat, he can get along with. He is perfectly fine with it. There's a big possum at his feet to come up on the porch. And he used to go out there and he'd roll over and do all these little, flirting with it. I'm like, are you kidding me? We're going to make some weird species. It's a possum cat. I know for a fact that rabbits and cats mate. I know that for a fact. They do. It's creepy. Let me see. What the heck is playing in the background? It's my phone? No, that's coming from... That's a video playing somewhere. Oh, that's playing. I know I heard something playing in the background. What the heck is that playing in the background? That whole... Did my screen just blow up because I just... Come on. God, kidding me. Cut it out. There we go. Jeez. Technology. Let me see. L-Desk, Amazon. No. L-Desk. Gee, that's really seriously. How did we get that from there? There we go. This is what I'm gonna need. Bum 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 bum. Arriba, bum 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 bum. Okay, let me see. Ho ho ho. This is what we need. I'm gonna definitely mod this thing out. I'm gonna mod it out. Mod it out, yes. I'm a neon the daylight for this thing. Except for the monitor is going to be all clear plexiglass. And we're going to use I'm going to use the fill-up projectors. They're about 150 to 300 lumens. That's all we need to run for our screens. I'm definitely going to do one in portrait. Alright, so we're going to show it and not allow us to be able to hit it. So who has it? It says Amazon's got it right there. Oh, but I'd rather have glass, to tell you the truth. I want it in glass. I'd rather have glass instead. L-Desk glass, because I need that neon to push through. And I want to do some of it with some of that AdTech technology. There we go. This has the neon in it. We don't want the neon in it. It's got the outlets and everything attached to it and everything. But I want it in glass. You got glass? Got white. Dun, 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 dun. No, 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 no. That's nice, but I want glass. I only gotta have glass on here somewhere. Somebody gotta have glass. Let me see. Oh, I bought water. I bought a drink of water. Okay, I forgot I went to the store and bought some stuff. Let me see. I definitely want it in glass. Alright, we'll figure it out which one I want. Oh, that does look nice though. Oh, they got a digital wall. What the freak? Where do we get one of those from? It is time to build. We can add our technology into that. It is time to build. Oh no, we don't need glass. Because we can basically coat the table and turn the table into a picture. We got Quasar technology. We can basically coat the table with that stuff. Yep. Except for I'm probably going to use the invisible version of it to coat the table. Because I still want to see the table, but I want to see the screen. I want to put an invisible screen on the table. Oh yeah, heck yeah. Because we got the shelf system right here. I can basically drop my projectors here, here, all around here, and basically the whole table. And put my monitors right along here. I like this right here. But, alright, that'll work. That'll definitely work. L-shaped gaming desk. That's what we definitely going to need. Alright, I got to get this cyberpunk thing started. So that's what I'm going to do for my whole setup. I'm going to do it all cyberpunk. Now we put the whole floor, I'm putting a mat system for the whole floor. That protects the floor anyway at the end of the day. But I'm going to do a whole mat system for the floor. That's what I'm going to do. Because I want to be able to turn the, I want to change the floor. I want to put a projection screen to the floor. That's why. We can run everything eco mode in there. And it's central air. That place is nice. This place is cool. It's very nice and cool in here. But yeah, it's central air. And they said I can have a refrigerator in my unit too. So don't need a big refrigerator. I'm probably gonna do something like one of those plug-in coolers. So I can drop my drinks and stuff in there. Because when I'm working, I do not like to transfer back and forth from A to B. I like to be in one spot when I work. Oh, look, it's got the outlet units on it too for charging the phone. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get this one. I think I'm gonna get this. The LED lights and all this. The LED lights are nice too. I'll keep these on here, but I still want to run my pinks in there. Run my pink lights up in here. And I'm definitely going to have to put something up along the walls here and here so I can basically put my LED lights in and put my rack system up and all that stuff like that. Let me see. Let's put a save on this one. We're going to buy this one. This one is 89 bucks. Ain't bad. We call it 40,000 pieces. Let me see. And let me see. When again you share. Now, for some people, think at the end of the day, but yeah, it's supposed to be an office with a business stuff. No. We build things outside the box, so we don't do things on a normal path. So I'm gonna get my cyberpunk setup in there. That's what I do because we do our technology is different. Our website doesn't look like everybody else's website. Products we do, demonstration, we do everything different. So they know what we're about when we come to designing our stuff and what we make at the end of the day. We do everything outside the box. So yeah, I'm putting in a whole cyberpunk setup because again. When they come in there, they see the floor moving at the same time, the ceiling moving, and desks are operating, you know what I mean? It's like something they never even seen before. So why not bring it into the future? So I want something pretty cool. I might just go to another place and get my chair. I'm definitely gonna need a back massage on it. A back massage is a definite yes, and he needs one too for himself because he has his own chair. Ain't that right, Taco? Taco has his own chair, so I'm gonna get Taco his own gaming chair. He can sit next to me at work. The only thing I don't like about the chairs, I can't stand these. I hate these right there. I'm taking those off because this one had them on. I took them off. I don't like it. I don't need the armrest. All right, I'll figure this out later on. Let's stop right there for that right there. And let me see. Cyberpunk City Skyline. I'm going to basically project a map. So we're going to coat this with an invisible coating. That allows us to pick up better contrast, better color. It's going to enhance everything on here, but it's actually invisible. And then we're going to hit this with the projector mapping application and bring the entire picture to life. That's something we can also advertise what the technology does. That's what AdTech can do. AdTech, if we make another version of the different version of it, that allows us to be able to change the structure. So I told you about if you're doing projector mapping, we make the product black. That means say you're doing like something like a flower scenery, even though you can add color, even though it's all black. This technology basically allows you to be able to spray an invisible coating that actually will be to change contrast and color and enhance all that stuff. And anyone sits there and says, that's not possible. You see a demonstration with the woman with the black makeup in the window? Yep. That's invisible black technology. It's added into that to do that. Yes, sirree. Okay, let me see. I'm going to skyline on this. I know they got pictures on this thing. But wait. Why do we want to do a picture? That's not going to happen. It's not. No. I need to do that for a virtual window. We need a virtual window to do that. Because I want it to look realistic. I want things to move in the virtual window. So let me see. Virtual window. These are virtual windows. We designed this technology. So I'm going to do a virtual window. So for Cyberpunk, the window has to be circle. It has to be a circle window. It has to be something different. I just want a square window. Let me do that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We go to Home Depot, they can cut that stuff for us right on the spot. They can cut everything for us on the spot right there. Ooh, I'm doing a virtual window. I need an ink pen. It just popped into my head how to do it. I need an ink pen. I'm doing design of an awesome virtual window. Let's see. It's from here. From here. Oh, we can hide them right in there. You wouldn't be able to see them at all. You really wouldn't be able to pick them up. One here in the center, we could run it right from here. You wouldn't be able to see the virtual window from there. Well, that would be sick. Alright people, I'm gonna let y'all go. I know you got things to do. I gotta get packing. I gotta get some stuff ready. Oh, shoot. And I got some ideas on what I want to do for this whole office and how I want to set it up. So this is gonna be pretty cool. I can't wait to start working on it. Sad thing about it is I can't show it to you ever because again, like I said before, we have stalkers on our channel, and as you've seen their activity from the door, they're weird and they're extremely strange. So no, we can't share that at all. Period. But it's gonna be cool. But gotta go. Thank you all for your time, and God bless.